Mlc TV news are reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jane Gia Balagbubu. The headlines. Federal government approves lie detector equipment, night vision goggles for NDLEA. OBIANO'S wife declares senatorial ambition, apologizes to SOLUDO. U.S. court jails Nigerian prince for federal fraud violations, and NFF fires Super Eagles technical crew. Now the news in detail. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, will on Thursday in Abuja host his Nigerian counterpart, Mohammed Bazoum, for a state visit. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, disclosed this in a statement he signed late Wednesday. According to Shehu, the two leaders are expected to discuss joining hands in tackling challenges of security and strategic stability affecting the sub-region and the globe. While President Bazoum's visit is expected to last for a few hours, the neighboring leader will be received with full military honors, including a 21-gun salute. The federal government has approved the procurement of lie detectors and digital night vision goggles for the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) to enhance their performance. This is as the Federal Executive Council has approved various contracts for the award of projects under the Ministries of Works and Housing, Industry, Trade and Investments. Briefing State House correspondents of the end of the virtual FEC meeting presided over President Muhammadu Buhari at the Council Chamber, Presidential Villa, Abuja. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, explained that the rationale for the approval of the lie detector and digital night vision goggles for the NDLEA. He said, two memos were presented by the Federal Ministry of Justice on behalf and at the instance of National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency. As you rightly know, the National Drugs Law Enforcement Agency is an agency of the government saddled with the responsibility of exterminating illicit drugs, trafficking, sales, and consumption. Arising from the fact that have been doing wonderfully well in terms of dealing with the scourge associated with drugs, the federal government has considered the possibility of making added provisions and employing and deploying technological equipment, skills, and competencies that will assist them in delivery. Our technology has improved to the extent that we have in place technological equipment that have the capacity to detect whether you are indeed speaking the truth or indeed you are lying in the course of investigation. The memo in that respect was presented, it was taken, and the contract was approved for MESSR Zettabytes Technologies Limited to procure for the agency these lie detector equipment. And the second memo is a memo by which the NDLEA, through the Office of the Attorney General, seeks approval of the Council with the award for the supply of digital night vision goggle to the NDLEA. This is equally additional technological device that is intended to support the night operations of NDLEA in view of its capacity to support visibility for the NDLEA. So the contract too was presented for consideration of the Council, and the Council had graciously approved the award of the contract with the supply of digital night vision goggles by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in favor of MESSRS RSET Integrated Solution Limited in the sum of 570,825,000 only, inclusive of 7.5% value-added tax, with completion period of weeks. The Presidential Steering Committee on COVID-19 has said the use of face masks in open places is now optional, while the decision on the final relaxation of measures will be taken after Easter. The head of the Technical Secretariat, who also doubles as the Secretary of the PSC on COVID-19, Dr. Mukhtar Mohammed, disclosed this in an interview with journalists in Abuja. Countries across the world have started relaxing COVID-19 measures. Recently, Ghana, a West African country, announced that the use of face masks was no longer mandatory. Nigeria has continued to witness a drop in the number of daily COVID-19 cases. The PSC also announced that it will stop demanding proof of PCR tests from fully vaccinated travelers. Mohammed states, "We are easing up restrictions, but it's important we do so responsibly." Meanwhile, data from the National Primary Health Care Development Agency has revealed that a total of 12,139,797 persons have been fully vaccinated in Nigeria, while 18,942,020 persons have been partially vaccinated. The NPHCDA announced that Moderna, AstraZeneca, Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson brands of COVID-19 vaccines were available for individuals willing to be vaccinated. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo described the economic situation for many small businessmen and women in Nigeria as frustrating. Obasanjo said the situation had made his friend a legal luminary, Afe Babalola, to weep. The former president said this at the Youth Development Center of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library Credit Scheme held in Abdis Close. Obasanjo during the program presented over 1 million naira checks to beneficiaries of the Centers for Start-up Businesses. While sharing his experience with some petty traders and youths, Obasanjo disclosed that many people who have ideas are in need of money to start up businesses. He lamented that many Nigerians are frustrated over failed businesses, adding that many of them had shared their horrible experiences and information with him. He said, "Over the years, my own frustration, which would be the same as the frustration of those that have attended the course, found it as a very important course. I listen to those that have tried out businesses and failed and those who want to try. They called me to share experiences, share information and all that." Earlier, the Director of Youth Development, Ibukun Olagbemiro, in his welcome address said the project aimed at providing credit facilities to young business owners with the support of Obasanjo. The United States Embassy in Abuja says it will begin processing certain non-immigrant visa renewal applications without requiring an interview starting from March 30, 2022. The embassy's senior public affairs specialist, Aisha Gambari, made this known in a statement. The statement was titled, U.S. Embassy in Abuja begins interview waiver program for certain visa renewals. The embassy added, a parent's qualifications cannot extend to a child. The child must independently meet each requirement. The number of applicants accepted for the interview waiver program may initially be limited. It urged qualified applicants seeking to utilize the no-interview program to set an appointment for document review online, adding that applicants won't have access to their passports until completion of processing, which may be up to 2 months. The embassy also said application fees would remain at $160 for non-petition-based non-immigrant visa and $190 for petition-based non-immigrant visa categories. Now on politics. The immediate past First Lady of Anambra State, Ebelechukwu Obiano, has declared her intention to join the contest for the forthcoming Anambra North Senatorial District election. Obiano also apologized to Governor Charles Soludo Ndigbo and friends of Ndigbo over the incident between her and Bianca Ojukwu in Awka at the inauguration program of Soludo. The former First Lady, according to a statement Wednesday, disclosed this to journalists in Awka, adding that she would serve to empower the poor and needy, especially women and children. She said her interest to join the senatorial race is in response to an overwhelming pressure and calls from my people to represent them in the Senate at the National Assembly in Abuja. As has been attested to by the good people of Anambra State, service to people, humanity, and sharing love and putting smiles on sad faces are my priority in life. And I know that it is the will of God because the Bible says that God is love. Obiano, in a letter addressed to Soludo titled A Public Apology, Obiano had expressed her apology for the altercation between her and Ojukwu. The Enugu State Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources, Chijioke Edoga, has resigned from the State Executive Council. It was gathered that the former chairman, House Committee on Information, resigned his position last Friday. Edoga, who made his resignation known in his farewell remarks to the staff of the ministry on Wednesday, was reported to have also picked the governorship form of the People's Democratic Party to contest the governorship position in the state in the 2023 general election. The commissioner, who is believed to be the most favored candidate of the power brokers and even the governor, is the only appointee that had resigned to contest for the top office in the state. Addressing the staff of the ministry, Edoga said his voluntary resignation was to enable him to pursue his political aspiration and also to align himself with the provisions of the newly amended Electoral Act 2022. He stated, regarding the 2023 elections, the justice of the matter is on our side. The voices of the majority of the people are properly aligned. Victory by God's grace is assured. He expressed gratitude to God for the period he superintended over the affairs of the ministry from 2019 to the date of his resignation. He also thanked the management and staff of the ministry for their support and cooperation while he worked with them. Edoga also thanked Governor Ogwanye for finding him worthy to serve under his administration as commissioner from 2015 till Wednesday. The permanent secretary at the ministry, Chinwe Amadi, expressed her profound gratitude to God for bringing Edoga to the ministry. She described Edoga as a man of peace, loving and caring leader who understands the feelings of those under him and can make people around him laugh even when they are not in the best of mood. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Family, they say, is the bedrock of the society. It is everything. Everyone needs a house to live in, but a supportive family is what builds a happy and a successful home. It is Family Affairs on Mlc TV every Saturday by 7 p.m. Join Balagbubu Janet as she takes you on an exclusive interview with guests, marriage counselors, doctors, and many more, where they get to share their experiences, and together we build the society at large. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, log on to Mlc TV or like our Facebook page, Mlc TV. You can also follow us on Instagram at Mlc TV 2021. For adverts and sponsorship, call the numbers displayed on your screen. It's Family Affairs, where we discuss family matters. Coming your way soon on Mlc TV.
Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries, the challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yacob on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and to examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, and follow us on our Instagram, Mlc TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. Now on crime. 5 high-powered unmanned aerial vehicles have been acquired by the police to improve surveillance operations in checkmating criminal activities in the country in line with technology-driven policing. The acting force spokesman, CSP Muyiwa Adejobi, said the acquisition of the vehicles was in line with the manifestation of the IGP's determination to integrate the use of innovative technology in the law enforcement duties of the Nigerian police force and ultimately enhance its intelligence gathering and operational capabilities. The drones will assist the police in monitoring active crime scenes, coordinating response operations, and providing aerial support to responding officers. The UAVs include an multi-transition capable of covering up to 150 kilometers in a single flight with high endurance of up to 14 hours, and an NSTAR fixed-wing aircraft capable of covering up to 92-meter altitude with high endurance of up to 50 hours and other sensitive and forensic-based features. The UAVs will be remotely operated by police pilots from the police air wing who have undergone specialized training from engineers of the NDLEA company who were flown in from France at the instance of the IGP for a week-long training schedule and have acquired technical skills and requisite know-how in the operation and maintenance of the procured UAVs. The IGP Usman Alkali Baba has directed the immediate, adequate and strategic deployment of these drones to areas prone to high security breaches for monitoring and intelligence gathering to tackle criminality headlong. A high court sitting in Kano fixed April 12 and 14 for the continuation of hearing in the ongoing trial of a school proprietor, Abdulmalik Tanko, for the alleged murder of a 5-year-old pupil, Hanifa Abubakar. At the resumed sitting for continuation of hearing, the Prosecution Counsel, Deputy Director Public Prosecution, Kano State, Barrister Rabi Shehu Ahmad, presented the late Hanifa's mother as the 7 prosecution witnesses and tendered 17 text messages as exhibits. Murja Suleiman, 38, in her testimony told the court that she is the biological mother of the late Hanifa, adding that she handed over Hanifa to her proprietor, Abdul Malik, at the Noble Kids Comprehensive College. She maintained that on December 4, 2021, at about 8 a.m., she took the late Hanifa to Sheikh Dahiru Usman Bauchi Islamia School, and the school normally closes at 5:30 p.m. She added that the neighbor's daughter, Maimuna Abubakar, after closing from Islamia School, ran to the house and informed her that a tricyclist had gone with Hanifa, and Hanifa told her that it was her uncle that had taken her. In a sober reflection, the witness told the court that on January 2, 2022, she received a call that the victim was with them and demanded a 6 million naira ransom. The defense counsel, Barrister M.L. Usman, told the court that he was not ready for cross-examination and asked for an adjournment to enable him to prepare for the defense. Consequently, the presiding judge, Justice Naba, adjourned to 12 and 14th April 2022 for cross-examination and continuation of hearing. Now on foreign news. A United States District Judge, Jeremy D. Kanodu, has sentenced a Nigerian man to federal prison on Thursday for federal fraud violations in the Eastern District of Texas. This was announced by U.S. Attorney Brett Featherstein of the Eastern District of Texas. In a press release signed by the Senior Public Affairs Specialist of the U.S. Embassy in Abuja, Aisha Gambari, on Thursday, Featherstein said that the Nigerian man, Shobanke Idris Sunday Adereti, 24, pleaded guilty to passport fraud and attempted bank fraud and was sentenced to 33 months in federal prison today by U.S. District Judge Jeremy D. Kanodu. The press statement read in part, according to court documents, Adereti presented a false passport and a falsely procured certified check when trying to open a bank account in Floral Mound, Texas. The check was purchased by a fraud victim who was induced into sending money to Adereti, falsely known as Robinson Elijah. He was likely acting as a money mule to cash the victim's checks. The statement quoted U.S. Attorney Brett Featherstein as saying, thanks to the keen eye of bank officials, Adereti was apprehended. Unfortunately, many of these crimes targeted our vulnerable elder population. It is up to all of us to share this awareness and look out for our greatest generation. The press statement noted that a federal grand jury returned an indictment charging Adereti with federal violations on April 7, 2021. It further stated that anyone of age 60 or older who has been a victim of financial fraud can now heave a sigh of relief as there is a standby help. A Turkish prosecutor on Thursday asked an Istanbul court to dismiss a case into the gruesome murder of Riyadh's critic Jamal Khashoggi and transfer it to Saudi Arabia, his Turkish fiancé confirmed. The development comes as Turkey is seeking a toll in relations with Saudi Arabia, which worsened after the 2018 killings of Khashoggi. contributor to the Washington Post, inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. The prosecutor said, according to the private DHA news agency, that the case has been dragging because the court orders cannot be executed on the grounds that the suspects are foreign nationals. On October 2nd, 2018, 59-year-old Khashoggi entered the Saudi consulate in Istanbul to file paperwork to marry his Turkish fiancée. According to US and Turkish officials, a waiting Saudi hit squad strangled him and dismembered his body, which has never been retrieved. The murder sparked international outrage that continues to reverberate, with Western intelligence agencies accusing Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of authorizing the killing. The Crown Prince has said he accepts Saudi Arabia's overall responsibility but denies a personal link with the kingdom, saying it was the doing of agents who had gone rogue. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said at the time that the order to kill him came from the highest levels of the Saudi government, without pointing the finger of blame at the Crown Prince. Unsatisfied with the trial in Saudi Arabia, Turkey has launched its own investigation into the murder and put 26 Saudis on trial in absentia, including 2 who are close to the Crown Prince. Turkey, which is reeling from a fresh economic crisis and is searching for foreign investment and trade, has reached out to regional rivals including Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Erdogan said in January he was planning a visit to Riyadh, which would come at a critical moment for Turkey, where inflation is surging to over 50%. The next hearing is scheduled for April 7. Now on sports. The Nigerian Football Federation on Thursday terminated the appointment of the entire technical crew of the national team. It also said Austin Eguavoen has stepped down as the technical advisor of the Nigerian national team. This was contained in a statement on his website titled NFF Disengages Super Eagles Technical Crew and signed by the NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi. The football body noted that the termination takes immediate effect. The statement read, following the failure of the Super Eagles of Nigeria to qualify for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, the erstwhile technical advisor Augustine Eguavoen has stepped down from the position with immediate effect. A new crew will be announced after a proper review to lead the new charge of reinvigorating the Super Eagles to face future challenges appropriately. Gianni Infantino announced on Thursday he will stand for re-election for a 3rd term as president of FIFA. Infantino said that he will be standing for re-election next year as delegates from across the football world were gathered in Doha ahead of Friday's draw for the World Cup, which Qatar is holding in November and December of this year. Infantino, a 52-year-old Swiss-Italian lawyer, was the Secretary General of the European governing body UEFA before becoming FIFA president in 2016 in the wake of the corruption scandal that brought down predecessor Sepp Blatter. He then won a 2nd term when he stood unopposed for re-election at a Congress in Paris in 2019. His mandate then was for 4 years, and the next Congress will take place sometime at the beginning of next year. Over to Matthias Ayodeji Peters for the entertainment news.
On our entertainment news, Bruce Willis is quitting his nearly 3-decade acting career following an aphasia diagnosis. The Die Hard star family made the shocking announcement on Wednesday. To Bruce's amazing supporters, as a family, we wanted to share that our beloved Bruce has been experiencing some health issue and has recently been diagnosed with aphasia, which is impacting his cognitive abilities, the family wrote on Instagram. As a result of this, with much consideration, Bruce is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. This is a really challenging time for our family, and we are so appreciative of your continued love, compassion, and support. We are moving through this as a strong family unit and wanted to bring his fans in because we know how much it means to you as you do to him. As Bruce always says, live it up, and together we plan to do just that. The statement was signed by the actor's wife Emma and Miss Willis, his ex-wife Demi Moore, and their 5 daughters. Willis is best known for starring in the Die Hard franchise as John McClane. The actor has a total of 3 notable awards, which include a Golden Globe for his role in Moonlighting and 2 Emmys. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias LDG Peter, reporting for Mlc Tv. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias. And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same time to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, like and follow our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV1 for your events, coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship. Please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. Fridays 9 p.m. Local Government and You, Saturdays 7 p.m. Family Affairs, Saturday 9 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Our Women's World. It is Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane G. Abalagbubu. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Good evening and bye for now.